Hello everybody, Zach here. Welcome back to GTA 4. Man, it's been a while since this has been on my channel. We've walked out here 1,000 times, right? As Nico. If you haven't played GTA 4, I highly recommend it. It's on the PC. It's on Xbox as well. You can play it on a Series X or a Series S and play it with, well, a decent frame rate. Because I remember so many times coming back from school or being on the summer and playing this on the 360. What a time. I mean, the fact that the 360 also had GTA 5 says something. I'm playing this. This has some mods to make this visually more appealing and some stuff. If I have the links to those mods, I'll put them in the description. The problem was with some of those things, they've been taken down. Some of the things to make this game better and to basically kind of remaster it in some ways are unfortunately no longer on the internet, and that's just an unfortunate thing of sometimes mods get, deprecated, right? When they get, they're not updated anymore. But then also, you have Take-Two wanting to take down stuff because originally there was going to be some remaster or remake of this game. And, I still hold out hope in the long term for a remake of this, something that's in a modern engine. But at the same time, like, I don't know what that guy's looking at, but there's detail in these games that I think we forget. And I just wanted to kind of drive around in the city because it's been a long time since I've driven around in the city and appreciated what GTA 4 had and what GTA 4 offered us. The physics and the driving are something that everybody's going to argue if they love it or they don't. Going back into it, there's something nice about, the suspension, the way it is and everything, and me just hitting that small truck. And it also didn't freak out. Like, they were obviously annoyed with me that I hit them, but they didn't, freak out and try to, like, hit me or anything. There's, like, a sensitivity to the AI in this that doesn't really exist in 5. But then, I don't know. Well, I don't know what that guy's doing. It's cool, though. We're on a morning overlooking the airport down there. Airport down there, right? Yeah, it's so weird though, the LODs and some of the other graphical stuff in this. I've got this basically maxed, well, not basically, I do have it maxed. And like I said, with those visual mods that make it a little less it still like maintains the overall visual, aesthetic. It's not like I threw it into a different engine and called it the remastered trilogy too soon. But yeah, I mean, Rockstar is no longer really working on GTA or Red Dead, it seems like. From they put out stuff on their site that's kind of like an extended credits list of GTA Online, and then they also did the same for Red Dead, and that really feels like it's signaling the end of those games. Like, they were already not making things for Red Dead Redemption 2. They were already not updating online really, other than a few things here and there. And then I do not know what's going on with the traffic here. I think my traffic density is at like half. And the reason I did that is because by setting it so high, I was like, oh my God, I can't even drive in the city. But this is cool to see the airport with this type of traffic density, because it's not something that you would have ever really experienced on the console. And then you also wouldn't experience on the PC unless you had something decent. But back in the day, I was running on some cheap Dell, and that's the toll to get into the parking, I guess. And that was what was unique too. There's tolls in this. They had the same thing that they kind of did in the other GTAs, which was they closed the bridges due to suspected terrorism, all that stuff, which actually makes sense in the context of Liberty City at this time. Well, not at this time, but you know what I mean. There's some logic behind it, is all I'm saying. There's lore, of course. And then I love too, you'll just be driving along and you'll find vehicles that were in kind of fender benders like this. I don't know. The point of this video, I tried to make this video like a week or two ago, and I mentally kind of distracted myself from it while I was recording it, because that's kind of what I do. I go in with an overall idea, and then my ADHD takes control, and that's kind of what's even happening right now. I'm just kind of talking to you guys about random physics and random things, and looking at the city and appreciating this, and wanting so badly for there to have been a remaster. Fortunately, episodes from Liberty City on the PC, which is what this is installed on, like the mods are installed on and everything. I'm not playing episodes from Liberty City right now. I'm playing the base game, but I could boot into, if I wanted to, episodes from Liberty City. Oh my God, there's so much traffic. And like I said, I had the density set to to less. Or, yeah, I have it set to half or less. Here, I'm going to go over this bridge, because speaking of the tolls, that pay the troll toll, you go up here, and you actually are able to come up here and then pay the toll.
Thanks.
Yep. Thanks. No problems. But I just, man, this is what my childhood mentally was and growing up, and then got me into, you know, YouTube and playing LC PDFR. Oh, cool. That's a helicopter. I feel like I've seen this scripted event 100 times, but it's pretty cool to see it nonetheless. We got so much traffic on this bridge. Can we get through here? Let's go. Can't tell you how many times I did this on this bridge. I don't know what the limos are about. A lot of limos over here. And a Bohan. Yeah, it's just, there's a scale, even with this being, you know, a smaller map. There's a scale, there's detail still. There's this level of detail that we didn't expect. This honestly feels mentally like, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2. In terms of a jump in the 3D world GTAs. And I so greatly appreciate it, you know? Oh, we got limos. Oh, this makes sense. Oh, and then there's the jump over here. Stuff just comes back to you too, even after you haven't been playing it for so long. Stuff comes back to you. So, I don't know, maybe I'll end up, you know, playing a little bit more and kind of doing a retrospective of GTA 4 at some point. I've been wanting to write some more stuff down and kind of create longer form videos, but I feel like this works more for a lot of people and kind of makes sense. But I think some of the stuff I have in is like has textures and has like up-resing of certain stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then I put my window down to pay the toll and it's down. Like, there's just cool details that you don't even realize until like they kind of happened. You know, you don't have the interior detail that we had in 5 when they added single player cameras and stuff. Wow, lots of vehicles have gotten into accidents today. All around Liberty City. Yeah, this was such a wild jump. And like I said, the only real thing I have to equate with it. Now, you know, GTA 5, the size, the scale of the map, the detail that we got was cool. There is just detail here too. And you know, the water is a prime example of the water looks so good in 5 in comparison, even on the consoles. And then it was only made better. There was just something to this. Definitely, you know, for being on the 360, this was kind of mind-blowing at the time. And we got only better. But yeah, I'm excited to see a GTA 6 with essentially Red Dead Redemption 2 levels of detail and lighting and what have you. But we just got to remember where we came from too. Like, we've gotten some amazing things. And yeah, I just was really hoping that this would be something that we got a remaster of. That and Red Dead Redemption 1, which basically both are shelved. This is not breaking news at all. You know, this came out a little bit ago. There are apartments around here, right? Yeah, that's the parking space. There was always a guy yelling out here on the corner. But yeah, even the amount of detail that's just on the side of the road here, this like abandoned, there's like a, you know, there's all this old stuff. This kind of stuff is destructible too, which is cool. I don't know if that's movable. Yeah, even that was destructible. There were just a lot of elements. There's a lot more detail here than you'd think. And I remember I was driving through here the other day, actually with that idea of like, can I make something about, you know, like what are the details? Other people have made a ton of videos about like details that you didn't realize were in GTA 4 and stuff. I'm not looking to directly copy those things. But like there was somebody kind of like working on something that was actually looked right too. Like they were hammering into like an area, like something like this thing around this tree. And there was also somebody like, you know, cleaning the windows outside their shop. There was a lot more stuff in this than I remembered or that I really cared about and I guess appreciate way more now. Like, are there people on the tennis courts? I think there are. I don't think they're playing tennis. I think they're just kind of hanging out, standing around. But fact that there's even people up there is cool. Oh, and then there's the basketball court up here. I don't know where I'm parking. The AI was actually pretty good about, well, I say that and they're going to stop there. I feel like at some times they were pretty good about getting around. Sometimes they're not. There's just people hanging out over here. Disorderly conduct is prohibited. What are these guys doing up here? Absolutely nothing.
I can't fuck with no skinny bitches.
But then I could mess with people. You could also like go up to people if they were like hanging on a ledge or sorry, around a ledge and like kind of knock them off, and they would hang onto the ledge because of the Euphoria engine and what people would do, as well as, you know, if you wanted to actually like steal a car and they pulled away, your hand might like be on the door and then you're being pulled away, you know, by gravity. I don't know. There were, I was about to say, I wanted to see some of the different cinematic cams. The editor is like, oh, there's the closed bridge. The editor is so different in this that it's not even funny, and it's it actually makes me so appreciative of the GTA 5 editor, and more appreciative of the fact that we never got a Rockstar editor for anything else. I'm looking at you, Red Dead Redemption 2. God, Red Dead Redemption 2 and the editor would be amazing. I feel like people would just make full-out Western films in it. Well, sorry if this feels like I'm just like we're kind of rambling on and talking about GTA 4, but I feel like too, you know, I tweeted about it and put it out on my as a community post that I've just been in a. That guy just waved about something, I don't know what. I've just been in such a mental funk that to go and play certain games and to go and experience worlds that have been a while since I've been in them, funny enough, feels pretty great. Like even just driving around in this, like, I don't know. There's something in my brain going, yeah, I remember this, and it was good, and it was really good at the time. You know, for what we got. I'm going in the opposite lanes of traffic. Don't worry about it. I want to go back over. Done that many times because the way that they kind of designed this, and to go back over the bridge and get back to where you once belonged. But yeah, this, and I also went in and played this in GTA 5's engine, and that was impressive. I think there's something about this in its original engine and in its original state, and I'm not going to pay the troll toll. I'm going to get 1 star. Like, that's going to do absolutely anything. Wow, they're sending out everybody for me not paying the toll. I didn't intend for this to be a chase me, but I think that might be what we go out on. Cops were somewhat, I mean, this was like a jump, right, in the evolution of the cops, definitely compared to the ones in the original 3D World stuff, like 3 and Vice City and San Andreas. This was a jump, but still not GTA 5s, and GTA 5s are probably over the top. And I mean, I don't mean comical, I mean like over the top in terms of, you know, being able to find you out in the desert kind of stuff. These were way more based in the reality of like that. Like, look how quick that 1 star fell away. But it was also just 1 star. We're just driving through Algonquin in downtown. But I hope you guys liked this little video, whatever it was. Me just talking about GTA 4 and appreciating it for what it is. I was playing it on the Series X, and that made me want to reinstall it on the PC too, to have even the graphical fidelity that this has. Because I mean, this game actually looks. It definitely needs a little bit more anti-aliasing, but that was always a thing, I feel like. And plus, I'm saying that in the context of we played this game when we played LCPDFR, you know, barely getting 30 frames per second, and then anti-aliasing was negative. You know, you felt like you had everything was jagged edges. So, pulling back up to my apartment is Nico. We just took a little drive out here, damaged our Sentinel. You could repair this stuff in like essentially a pay and spray, which is truly a pay and spray here, as opposed to the new shops. So like customization, we kind of went backwards in customization in this game, but we got cool cars. We got some cool cars, and then Ballad of Gay Tony has a lot more, had a lot more cars, and you had the bikes and everything in Lost in the Damned. So there was some really good stuff. Really good stuff. Well, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.